What is the difference between trying to love and trusting to love? I learned that difference early in my Christian life and use it to understand all of life. My approach to evangelism and teaching invites people to join me in exploring the meaning of that distinction. This often surprises them as they discover their impatience and self-condemnation always result from them sabotaging their humanity by trying to love. Yes, you heard me right. Trying to love is self-sabotage. Here is why. The Son of God created the universe to display His goodness and created humanity to bear His moral image. That means He is the reality behind our image. That means we experience reality by participating with Him and depending on Him. We depend on Him by trusting how He created us. The Apostle Paul describes it this way. The Son of God holds together every aspect of our humanity and brings peace and harmony to our humanity through the blood of His cross. Picture life as a three-legged race with your Creator. Since He knows how life works, your role is to follow His lead and keep in step with Him. When you do, life goes smoothly. When you don't, you fall apart. Your confusion about control gets you out of step, causing you to stumble. God is love and controls all of life through love. Modern culture trains us to see love as an emotion, but love is deeper than emotion. Love is moral in nature because, as Paul says, love fulfills all moral goodness. You may need to stop and ponder that. Next, how does love fulfill all moral goodness? The Apostle John says love is the attraction in right relationships, or formerly, attraction for the sake of righteousness. John adds that love is not what we do, but what God did in sending His Son to be the atoning sacrifice for our sins. Do you catch the implication of Paul's and John's words? First, we experience love by participating in what God does through the substitutionary death of Christ. Second, this participation applies to all our relationships. Let's be honest. Are you satisfied with your relational disintegration, or would you like to learn how Christ holds you together by the blood of His cross? James Denney, a Scottish theologian, pulls no punches. He says we are all lovers of independence and are slow to learn that that is not the fundamental principle of our nature. Dependence is. Be honest. Admit that you love independence. Admit that you are slow to learn how dependence works. That is why few people I ask have heard of the distinction between trying to love and trusting to love. Our love of independence blinds us to it. Mormonism is self-sabotage from beginning to end because its mantra is, God never desires or requires you to be perfect like Christ right now, only that you try to do your best. Trying to love is the way of independence. I lead Mormons to taste dependence by considering Christ in His perfection and sin-bearing death. This surprises and delights them. Watch my 5-minute videos to see how I lead Mormons out of the self-sabotage of trying to love.